Memphis head coach Ryan Silverfield. Coach, your offense executed perfectly in that first quarter. What worked?
Yeah, we're doing some things. We're able to hit some of those shots downfield. Obviously, as their safeties continue to play the run, we're going to have to hit those shots, and we're doing so. We need to get the run game going a little bit more effectively.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Don, appreciate that interview. Alongside Rocky Boyman, John Schriffen, Don Davenport on the field. Iowa State start this second quarter, finding themselves down 19-0. Abu Sama got his first start of the season in the last game of the regular season at Kansas State, but he has not been able to get going here, just a gain of 1 there.
Not at all. And look, it's still, I know it's 19-0, but still plenty of time. They can still be patient and get the run game going. But take this Memphis defense, that was, I mean, let's face it, they were beleaguered this year, right? They gave up a lot of points, a lot of yards. But this is a fast defense. They are not letting Abu Sama or anyone get to that edge.
So Sama stays in the backfield now. He goes out wide to the bottom of your screen on 2nd and 9.
All these tight ends all over the field here.
Beck scanning. Now will take off. Makes the move. Making the guy look silly. Rocco Beck, they said he's slippery. He can escape. And he picks up 10.
How about that little shake and bake from Rocco Beck? Everything's all covered up, and that's no...
Beck got the starting job. The coaching staff knew there'd be growing pains, but he has developed into the Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year. What a job he has done taking the reins of this offense. Here on first down, Beck out of the shotgun. Drops back, throws across the field on the money, and completes it for another first down, a gain of 12 to Jaden Higgins. Rocky, what has helped Rocco Beck develop?
Well, first of all, it's the preparation, right? I mean, and a lot of that, that comes from his dad. His dad played in the NFL, so he knows what it takes to prepare for a season, for a football game. So all of that, but it's just the intangibles. I think he's been... Again, what you don't see a lot these days is sometimes people face adversity, they kind of lose it and get all upset. He's remained poised, he's remained calm, and just worked on getting better, worked on the process, not the results, and then the results have come along.
On first down, Sama. He is thrown back by Chandler Martin. That's a loss of 2.
Oh, I'm getting all fired up here, right? This former linebacker, John. Sitting there watching Chandler Martin, and the biggest thing a linebacker must do is believe his eyes, right? If you see it, you can't hesitate, you got to hit it. He sees an open A gap, and he doesn't mess around. Comes right there, and you're, as a linebacker, you're judged on the amount of tackles you make behind the line of scrimmage, and that was a big one right there for Martin.
Sama has 4 rushes. 3 of them have been for a loss. So now it's Hansen in the backfield on 2nd and 12. Beck, he throws over the middle, and that is complete. It will be 2 yards shy of the first down to Daniel Jackson.
Tell you what, they're not making it easy on Rocco Beck out there, but he's made some nice throws. He's dipping and dodging, having to get out of the way of pressure. Still just a redshirt freshman. This is a young kid.
There's no panic. You can tell he's always just composed.
That's what you got to have as a quarterback. If you're emotionally up and down, you can't play that position. You just can't.
First third down of the drive. It's 3rd and 2. Beck throws, completes. Jaden Higgins, he's got room to run. Touchdown, Cyclones! A 29-yard strike as Iowa State gets on the board.
And what a great read here by Rocco Beck. You're going to see some pressure. It's loaded up to that side, but the pressure is going to come from the opposite side. And smartly, look, without hesitation, pressure comes from there. Replace the blitz.
As Keegan Shackford lines it up on the tee. Sutton Smith, Colby Drake, the deep men for Memphis. A little wind in here. It's a cool day here.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Kick is fielded out to 7 by Smith. Has some room over that left side, but he stumbles Crossing the 25, a gain of 23. This season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. Thank you, Allstate. Well, Rock, you can feel a different life now into this stadium for Iowa State, getting on the board for offense. How does the defense feed off of that?
Well, I'll tell you, he has new life. That's the defense. They're a little bit more rejuvenated right now because you're sitting there and like, oh my God, it's 19-0. We can't seem to do anything right. But now, okay, our offense picks us back up, shrinks that score down a little bit. I'm interested to see how much better they play here on this drive.
Ball on the Memphis 28 on first down. Watson. And look at the D plugging the holes. No room to run. Caleb Bacon with the big tackle.
Caleb Bacon in this 3-3 scheme. John, you got to have bigger linebackers. I mean, it's almost like other second defensive linemen out there. Caleb Bacon, 240 pounds, coming making a big play in the run.
After no gain on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Hennigan with time. Dumps off, incomplete, trying to find his running back, Watson.
Well, I talked about, John, you've got to find a way to get Seth Hennigan off his spot, make him uncomfortable. And you know what that means? Hit him. That's what you got to do as a defense. You got to hit the quarterback. Boom. Okay, knock him to the ground. You cannot let that quarterback as a defensive player just sit back and think he has all day to throw and be nice and relaxed. Heat him up. That was an important shot right there.
You said his jersey was clean. It's not as clean anymore now. The defense getting after him. A big 3rd and 10 coming up. Three-man rush. Hennigan incomplete. A dangerous throw underneath Blankenship or Kobe Drake. Two guys in the area.
And that's where we wonder if that shot he just took a play earlier, he just didn't look quite as settled right there. A little bit more pressure in his face. It's Dom Orange and some other guys. I think J.R. Singleton pushing that pocket right back into the quarterback's face. That's the pressure the quarterback hates the most. And he can't really step into that throw.
Well, you talked about the D feeding off of the offense. And here's Iowa State forcing a 3-and-out. Almost got there on the punt block. No, we'll call for a fair catch, and we do have a flag in the vicinity of the punter, Reed Bauer. In field position for the Cyclones today. They start from their own 29.
Changing the play, switching the strength.
There's a toss to the outside. Jalen Noel weaving his way through, and he'll pick up 4. Last game of the regular season for Iowa State on the road at Kansas State. And it was just like you're a kid in your backyard and it snows. Just have some fun.
That's every kid's dream, right? To play in the snow. And that was no average snow. It was coming down. But Iowa State just came out thunderous in that game. Abu Sama had touchdown runs of 60, 71, and 77. Great game for him.
There's Sama. Just tripped up. He will get 2. Matt Campbell said it was like you're a kid in Ohio. When you see snow, you just run out there, a smile on your face. And he said he had so much joy how his guys embraced the situation.
Again, same thing. A young team, as we talked about earlier, that early in the season, things weren't going well. They made some changes. They grew up a little bit. They figured out what they were good at. They played great football that day.
Cyclones need to get to the 39 on 3rd and 4. Beck, great protection. Throwing downfield. Open. Jaden Higgins again. Gets behind the coverage. A huge gain as DJ Bell eventually dragging him down. A gain of 53.
It was a sign of a good wide receiver. It's a guy that When the quarterback's in trouble, you come out of your route, you find a way to get open. Higgins was crossing the field the other way, turns back around to the direction of which the quarterback is rolling out, gets open, and makes a big play.
First and 10 from the 11.
Moving all these tight ends around, 3 of them on the field right now.
Sama reversing course. Bounces to the outside. It should have been a loss, but he still picked up 8 yards. Abu Sama, the former track star in high school.
Yeah, Abu Sama has really came on the scene. 10-7 guy. But I'll tell you what fired your team was when your young quarterback throws a block for you. Rocco Beck getting out there, helping Abu Sama get to that edge. But they talk about Sama, John, using that word around, I would say, Breece Hall, right? Those Breece Hall type qualities. He's one of the best to ever play at Iowa State, having a great career in the NFL, and they think Abu Sama has a lot of those same characteristics.
That was the left tackle, James Neal. He was the injured player now coming off the field. And you took a look at some of the numbers for Sama. 276 yards. That was his first start. Last game of the regular season at Kansas State.
The thing when I watch him, John, as I see is he has great vision of what's about to happen, right? He almost knows what that defender is going to do as he comes up to him. He's never late with it. He can make that move, cut this way, cut that way. Just an exceptional runner.
Rocco lit up talking about him too, guys, by the way. He said there's times in practice they're watching and they stop and say, is that Breece or Abu?
Ooh, quarterback's best friend on a great run game.
2nd and 3. Sama met in the backfield again, and he's pushed back. Jeffrey Canton-Arku with the stop for a loss of 3.
And Canton-Arku is another one of the great defensive players from Memphis. He's a guy in the middle. He's a big guy, 6'3", 240. And watch, he's just going to sort this thing out. You got to let it play out, patience, and then hit it. Come up and get it. Makes another play behind the line of scrimmage.
If you're Iowa State, what do you do here on 3rd and 5?
I think right now you got to find Jalen Noel. He's your playmaker. He's in the slot, I believe, and to the top.
Beck takes it himself. He is chopped down short of the first down. Stopped at the 4 for a gain of 2.
I don't necessarily love that play right there in that situation. I'd like to have Abu Sama on the field. Even though he hasn't had much success today, he's your running back. He's got that vision you like in this area of the field.
So the field goal unit comes on as Chase Contreras, 19 for 24 on the season. This will be a 22-yard field goal attempt. Clean snap, kick is up. And Contreras is good on Liberty Bowl.
And both these teams, John, Memphis and Iowa State, think they can now be a part of that conversation as that playoff expands to 12.
Alongside Rocky Boyman, Dawn Davenport on the field. I'm John Schriffen. Iowa State kicking away. Kobe Drake on the return. Has some room over the middle. Trying to cut back. And he'll be dropped as soon as he crosses the 25. What an explosive first quarter for Seth Hennigan in this Memphis offense.
Yeah, they started the game off right with a big pass to Blankenship down the middle. Heating things up here early, and then you see Seth Hennigan making some plays with his legs. Joseph Skates, the former Iowa State wide receiver, with a big play. Seth Hennigan is feeling it, but I'll tell you what, that last drive was a little bit different. Iowa State was able to get some pressure on him, knock him to the ground. Wasn't quite the same. Let's see where he picks up here on this drive.
Hennigan the dump down underneath, finding his wide receiver, Rock Taylor. You know, we haven't really talked much about the offensive line from Memphis. They lost 2 starters on this offensive line. Excuse me. They had two starters on this offensive line, and a freshman, Malachi Breland, number 72, getting his first start. They think he is going to be a special one in the future.
Well, John, when you play in a bowl, you get those 15 practices, right? And Tim Cramps, the offensive coordinator, was just raving about Malachi Breland. Young guy, came in, probably had to change his body a little bit, but he got in shape, and they're really excited about him.
On the ground they go with Watson. And a gain of 2. You think about that. You lose 2 starters to the transfer portal. You think, oh, we don't know what's going to happen now, but they have held up nicely. Really good protection early on for Hennigan.
They really have. And the guys that are in here, you know, they had to shuffle around. They had to move Xavier Hill up the left tackle from right tackle. Terrence McLean is now playing right tackle for him. But the important thing is all those guys at least had some experience, you know, coming in. It's not like it's their first time playing. And so far, they look pretty good.
Under 5 minutes to play here in this first half. Second and 8, Hennigan out of the shotgun. Throws it out to his running back. Watson gets away from the first defender. And he'll be just a yard short of the first down. You see how elusive Watson is at running back.
And this is a linebacker's nightmare. I've been here, John. You're like, so can somebody else cover him? I don't want to cover him out in the flat. Will McLaughlin, and he's trying to make that tackle, but the elusiveness, the explosion of Blake Watson, again, that's what really separates him, is what he does in the pass game. 50 receptions on the year, and that was another nice one.
3rd and 1. Thomas, he's the bigger of the backs. He's in there now for the Tigers. He gets the carry, and he has enough for the first down. Jade Sadowski brought him down, a gain of 4.
Some nice push there. We were just talking about the offensive line, John. They come up with a big play. They're moving the sticks on 3rd and short. And that's what this Memphis team needed. You know, they came out explosive, on fire, and then Iowa State's had a little bit of success. And now Memphis with a nice drive going here. We'll try to finish this half here with some points.
Here comes the pressure. Hennigan has to roll out to his right on the move. And they're going to say that is a completed catch to Rock Taylor, a gain of 7.
That's the second time Rock Taylor has been running around here tonight with not an Iowa State jersey near him. You want to cover that guy. You want to know where number 3 is all the time. He's trying to get someone a little closer. You don't want to give those easy throws to Rock Taylor.
Asked Tim Cramps, the offensive coordinator, what's the secret to Rock Taylor's success? He said the guy just never gets tired.
How about that? Just runs all day long, right? I always hated those guys. I got tired when I was running around.
2nd and 3. Right side is open for Hennigan. And he dumps it away, incomplete, out of bounds.
Good decision by Hennigan there, not forcing one, but the coverage on the back end from Iowa State was great.
Iowa State fans starting to make some noise. They can feel this is a big 3rd and 3 with a chance to get the ball back to their offense.
And I feel like Iowa State has got to bring some pressure here again. Try to get a shot on Hennigan. Don't let him camp back there and throw. They're up in those gaps. Now they come out.
Watson, and he's not going to get there. 2 yards short. All right, Rocky, 4th down. What do you do here?
Well, they're going for it. You got that offense. You're in this area of the field. You got Seth Hennigan on 4th and 2. You put the ball in his hands and let him make a play, I think. And also, you remember, you got Blake Watson, who's very dangerous in the pass game as well.
Tigers need to get to the 36. Fourth and 2. It's Watson with the carry. And he is stuffed. Stopped short by the Cyclones D.
What a momentum changer here for Iowa State. And Caleb Bacon is playing one heck of a football game, coming up big, stopping the run there when Memphis goes for it on 4th down. Their offense will get the ball back with 1:44 and a